First working set. Alright, welcome back to the YouTube. Today is push and arms. Definitely my most important session of the week, as my chest and my arms are the weakest body parts, so super important that I'm switched on throughout this session. So starting off with the lying cuff lateral raise. I like to start off my push sessions with isolation. So I do my side delts and then my pec isolations first. You know, someone with a weak chest, I really struggle to connect with my chest, so for me, doing an isolation works perfectly, gets blood in there, you know, establishes that mind-muscle connection, and then I go into my heavy press work, and everything is fired up, and I just feel like I can get so much more out of my presses. And typically I like to do side delts first, because at the end of the day, no one's got big enough side delts, and also, you know, doing side lateral raises before a heavy press doesn't take away from my ability to, you know, perform my presses at all. Doesn't fatigue myself too much. It's pretty, you know, low intensity exercise. Not low intensity, but like, it's not very strenuous, right? Or taxing. So 4 sets of side delts first. Just hit 1 set then. So second working set here. Second working set. Okay. Out, not up. One more. Yep. All right, 4th working set now. I did the same weight for 3 working sets. I got 12, 10, and then 8. And so for my last set, I'll reduce the weight so I can fall between that 10 to sort of 15 rep range. I don't really like going less than 8 reps on a side delt exercise. I find typically I'll just start using my traps more than really isolating the side delts. So a few cues with this one is you would have heard me in the first working set that I filmed talking about going out, not up. So, you know, I'm thinking about driving my palms to the corners of the room as opposed to up, and that's really going to help, you know, keep that arm path in the sagittal plane if you want to get technical, or sort of in that same plane of motion as when you're doing like a side lateral raise, right? Pretty much diagonal away from the body. So I'll try to stay in that area, and that really isolates that side delt. So out, not up, and then you'll also notice that I have wrist wraps on, and so I'll put the cuff over the top of the wrist wrap, and that will hold it there in place. So one of the most frustrating things with these is, they like to slide when you're doing your set. So simply throw the wrist wrap down, that will hold it in place. You don't have to worry about it sliding around, and just worry about exactly where the tension is at all times on the side delt. So last work set here, should get at least 10. Far out, that lights them up. Something shocking. So yeah, last set I'll always do a few partials as well, just to completely tax it. But right, pec flyers, all warmed up, ready to go for the first work set. So last time I did this weight, I got 10. So we'll see how we get on. Okay. Nice. Oh, fucking hell, that felt good. Yeah, that was 12. That's good. So biggest tip when it comes to your chest flyers is, well, the negative part of the movement, just thinking about keeping the chest high. Even in the positive as well, keeping that chest high, trying to keep it in front of the front delts, really helps to isolate it, so always chest up. And then the biggest tip when it comes to chest training with anything, flyers, presses, instead of thinking about bringing your hands together, simply think about bringing your biceps together. Straight away, that contraction is so much better. So as soon as you do hands, you're crowding over, you're not getting a good contraction, chest high, biceps together. Good. Good. Okay. Yep. All right, so exercise number 3 is the low incline dumbbell press. So I just did first set of 37 and a halves. I got 9 reps. So got to do the same weight again. I'm a terrible presser, so just working these back up. But you know, I used to press 50 kilos, low incline press 50 kilos, and I had 0 chest. And now my chest is getting a little bit better, and I've started back at the 30s in the off season, and now I'm progressing my way back up. So the goal is to get 45s with this same tempo, control, and range that I'm performing at now. So basically my goals here: slightly tuck the elbows, make sure I can get as deep as I possibly can, and then that slight pause in that stretch position before I think about really driving my biceps together to move the weight. So like I said, I got 9 reps last set. So this should fall between 6 to 9 once again. See how we go. 1, yep, okay. Oh, that was shit. Exercise number 4, flat Smith press. The last set of dumbbells didn't go my way, but I'm not going to throw the toys out the pram and have a good crack at this. So same cues here, chest high, and then think about driving those biceps together as I come up to the top. So redemption. Ooh, let's go. Okay, one more. Arms now. So just did some bicep curls, now into straight bar push downs. So a good cue with these ones, so what I'm thinking about is keeping my elbows behind my body and just letting the forearms do the work. So try to keep my elbows fixed, you'll see. Yeah, behind, big stretch, slight pause, and drive. or triceps. Go a bit heavier. All right, first work set. Just trying to limit how much work the shoulder does and all triceps. Yep, okay. Righto, second set here, only 2 sets. Another good cue here is when you get to the bottom, think about turning your elbows out. So leaving the elbows behind the body, slight pause, and then as I get to the bottom, slightly angling them out, gets a much better contraction. Okay. Ooh, proper failure. So, you know, I can start crowding my body over and cheating the reps, but then I'm just using my shoulders, right? So, tricep failure. Right, on the biceps, just did 2 sets. This is the last working set here. Yep. The only thing I'm thinking about here is, again, keeping the elbow back and just let the forearm do the work. All right, push and arm session all wrapped up. I did do one more tricep isolation exercise, but I forgot to film it. And, you know, this session was a little bit all over the shop. My phone ran out of battery. Yeah, heaps of stuff was just going on today, but highly commendable for those who film daily vlogs and stuff like that, because it is much tougher than you think. You know, filming, talking, keeping everything operational. But yeah, bit of a work in progress, but all good. So physique update here. We are sitting 5 weeks into the off season, or 5 weeks post the last show. 74.8 kilo this morning at 5'2", short king, knee high to a grasshopper, this little fella. So yeah, but very happy with where the body composition is. We're in a really good spot to now start to really push up and pack on some new muscle tissue, which is what this YouTube channel is going to be all about. You know, my process in putting as much muscle tissue on this small little frame as I can, throughout. So subscribe if you want to see more. Drop a comments and let me know what you might want to see on this channel as well, and I'll try my best to make it happen. Ooh, close up of the nipples. But yeah, subscribe guys, and I'll be endeavoring to get out a couple of videos per week. So catch you in the next one.